was just saying how he ripped off some dude at a record shop.
More than the record circuit show.
Yeah.
It's you wouldn't believe how easy it is to do it.
It's super easy. I mean, you know, you don't want to walk away from the table. You know, that's why when we have our CDs for sale, there's always somebody getting your money.
Manning the merch.
Because we want money. Because we're musicians.
Money is good.
You know, we spend money. We spend money on, you know, lessons and gas and all kinds of things. Sex. We pay for sex. You know, so people should pay for music. You know, makes sense. You go to a show, you should pay to go to a show. You buy some music, you should you know, pay some money to get music. Music is not free.
That's right.
You know, some things are. The best things in life are free, but sometimes music, while being a good thing and maybe even the best thing, it's still worth paying a couple of dollars. Because,
well,
you know,
in my case, $1.
At least $1.
At least $1.
Sure.
Oh, you know what I found yesterday at Armageddon record store?
Wait. We just told everybody that there are no record stores anymore.
Well, it's just where we shamelessly contradict ourselves because we don't care.
That's true. So Armageddon record stores.
Armageddon record store. I picked up. You remember Peter Tork's solo CD that came out back in the early '90s?
I don't think Peter Tork even remembers his solo CD.
I don't think Peter Tork remembers it. It was $1.
It was $1. But you see, somebody got a valuable. That is a good find.
They were selling it for $40 at the Monkees convention.
Yeah, I mean, somebody paid $40 at a Monkees convention, and you know, okay, I could see paying $40 for something. I could see paying $1 for something, but you know, I think
I see paying $1 a lot more often than paying $40.
But it was a used record, so somebody already paid for that record, for sure, and then resold it, and you know, the vendor wanted to make $1. You know. That's how business happens. That's how people stay alive. That's how business happens. That's true. Anyway, so we're trying to find a place to get coffee because it's all Starbucks, which I won't have, and Au Bon Pain, which is a French phrase. Au Bon Pain in French is I can't believe that's a $12 sandwich in French. That's what Au Bon Pain means.
Wow.
And you know, so there aren't any mom and pop coffee stores anymore. It's all a bunch of, like, you know, kind of corporate things like Starbucks and Santa Claus. Santa Claus is a corporation. People are suggesting things. I am reading. I should be watching where I'm going, but I'm reading your texts, all you Periscope people. But you know, as you can see, Harvard Square's changed. I mean, people are out here, instead of begging for change, they're eating dinner, which is great, you know. They're spending money. They're spending their hard-earned money on things. There's a thing called a liquiteria. Where you can stand in line to get some kind of liquid thing. Because
I demand liquid.
Yes, we demand liquid.
I don't care what kind.
No.
Hey, remember Young and Yi, the Chinese restaurant that used to be open?
I remember Young and Yi. A lot of things are gone. Like right here, look, right here, that was an amazing movie theater.
I know.
And they used to have Rocky Horror Show at midnight. People would dress up, and you know, we used to, you know, do a little hit of the
back in the day. I used to see movies like every week.
We used to see movies here all the time, you know, and it is now boarded up. It's kind of depressing, honestly. And a lot of good films were there.
The Brattle's still there, but that's, you know, the Brattle.
The Brattle's kind of cool, but
Young Yee's,
you know, Young Yee's, that was a good place. That was a really cool Chinese food.
The guy knew me after a while. It's like I used to just like go in and order the same thing every time.
And what was your dish of choice, John?
It was an appetizer platter with chicken fingers, boiled rice, and possibly some what do you call them? Boneless ribs.
Wow. See, that's making me hungry.
Haha.
You know, I might have to go and we got to go grab Ito and take him out to dinner.
Is that a Raven Books?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
It is indeed.
It says opening in early October.
Yeah, they're
moving.
They still like books around here.
They do.
They do.
Are those things made out of paper? Those thick things made out of paper that have words in them?
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know, the page won't reload. That's because you got to turn it. No, the Hong Kong is not right here. Hong Kong is actually a couple of blocks that way. The worst Chinese food in the universe, but they make the strongest beverages. that you could. I mean,
Potent.
you could light a fire and burn a city block down with the amount of alcohol that they put in there into their Mai Tais. No line.
Scorpion bowls in particular.
No line. Scorpion bowl, and it is still there. They I don't know. They do a pretty big business. There are a lot of drunk people in Harvard Square at certain hours of the night. So what do?
Certain hours of the day.
Yeah, I mean, you want to go get a $7 or $8 cocktail with enough rocket fuel on it to set off a whole city block. You go to Hong Kong. The math is pretty simple on that.
Yeah. That's what I do. The camera cuts to me and I go, yeah. I'm very pithy.
Yeah, pithy.
Pissy and pithy.
Pissy and pithy.
I like cocoa butter and shame, though. We got to do something with that.
Cocoa butter and shame. Yeah, because that's what the studio smelled like. Sky Shalimar, as we said, had a boy band in there. They're supposed to be recording us. Buttersville, USA is spending a lot of money on us as talent.
Yeah.
And we are
aloft. Well, this is Paul. This is Ringo.
Very much so. And so you know, time is money.
It is. I thought
sometimes
those were 2 separate songs on Dark Side of the Moon.
That is true. For all you Pink Floyd fans out there that got the joke.
This is like apropos of nothing, but this friend of mine on the Cape Cod Community College radio station always referred to Dark Side of the Moon as the Money album.
Well, yeah, because they made a lot of money on it.
Made a lot of money on it.
That's right. And it also has the song Money on it. By coincidence. Just saying.
Just a fluke.
It's just a freak.
Totally
a freak of nature. Freak of nature. So anyway, we're going to broadcast a little bit more later. But I thought you'd show you around Harvard Square. Look, see Harvard Square? Yay! Woo!
Young Yi used to be like right in there, actually.
Yeah. And everything's different now. So there's a lot of expensive places to go.
When was the first time you actually came to Harvard Square?
It was in the 80s.
Oh wow! I've been
actually no.
Since like
I remember one particular time in the 80s,
Did you hang out at the pit?
Oh, we always hang out at the pit. It was like going to another planet. Yeah, we're gonna go to Harvard Square. Get your spacesuits on.
Yeah.
It was like going to a completely different planet with different people, and it was always an adventure, and sometimes it was scary. Sometimes it was wonderful because we were tripping balls. Those were great.
I didn't know balls could trip.
Balls can indeed trip.
Wow.
And I remember going to a Rocky Horror Show, tripping balls, and we got kicked out of Harvard Square because we were lying on the sidewalk.
Wow.
And the police came over and said you can't lie on the sidewalk. I'm like, but we just want perspective. We want to take in how big the Harvard Square is, and the only way we could do that is by lying on the sidewalk in the middle of the pit near Au Bon Pain. Au Bon Pain, which is French for "Oh my God, I can't believe I spent $12 on a sandwich." So for all you French people can bear me out on this.
Well, Julia Child's dead.
Julia Child would never go to Au Bon Pain.
Nah.
She would go to a place that serves real food.
There used to be like this French restaurant in that block where it's a little before where Pizzerina Uno is right now. It was this like restaurant called Chez Dreyfus.
Yeah, that was a long time.
Long time ago. This is going back to like 1970.
Yeah, I mean, none of us existed in 1970.
Well, I existed like as a.
He was an embryo.
I was an embryo then, but I remember like me and my folks used to come here all the time, like starting in like the late 60s when I was a toddler. So I remember Zum Zum. I remember where the Woolworths is.
Yeah. I used to buy stuff at Una's.
Yes. Yeah.
Mystery Train. That's gone.
Gone. Well, it's in Gloucester.
Well, it's in Gloucester. There was another really cool record shop. I can't remember the name. But the Tang record shop was down here.
Right.
And it's now Charlie's Kitchen.
Remember Other Music?
Other Music, yeah.
They were only there for like a year.
I went there. I did.
You know what's ironic?
Tower Records is gone. Irony's ironic.
Irony's ironic.
Irony is definitely.
What is it? Other Music got replaced by another business whose initials were OM as well.
It was Other Music.
Other Music.
And then they got replaced by other music, and then they were gone because it just got too confusing. I mean, am I going to go to Other Music, or am I going to go other music, or am I going to go to other music? And nobody knew where they were going anymore. And
Weirdo Records is gone, right?
Yeah, Weirdo Records is gone too.
Which
but anyway,
sucks.
So one thing that isn't gone is two of us, Butterscott. John,
after the earth gets wiped clean by a nuclear blast, it's like we're like cockroaches in Cher.
And we're still going to be making Butterscott records. Because we still owe Buttersville, USA a lot of money on the last record, which is called, and it's still available, it's called the Slick Overproduced Commercial Pop Thing. You can get that by going to butterscott.bandcamp.com. And we're playing Friday. Another plug for the gig. Plug. In Williamsburg at Matchless. Google it. Google that. The band's Butterscott.
Right now, we'll wait.
Butterscott.bandcamp.com. All the wacky zaniness that we do that you can buy on some kind of digital format is available right now and right there. Soon. It's around. Hey, here's another picture of John. Here's John. And there's me.